standing ovation. He did not like people to get up for him and used to say, "Let him who likes people to stand up in his honor. He should seek a place in hell." So it's about how humble. His wife Aisha said he always joined household work. And this is the message to the man. He said, a man has no place in the kitchen. And here is Muhammad saying how Islam sometimes they talk how injustice we do to women. And here's the Muhammad message. He always joined in the household work and would at times mend his clothes, repair his shoes, sweep the floor, milk, feather, and feed animal, and do the household shopping. That is what Muhammad said. He do all this household thing by himself, according to the demands on him for how he spent his time. Or for worship to Allah, public affair, of personal matter. So he handled everything. Personal, family, and also the public affair. All his activities were full of supplication and prayer. His love, devotion, dedication, his transparent, thorough all these subjects, not just 5 prayers, so Islam. A full 300-page book is there just on the prayers he used to recite. So a lot of things he has way of spending. Miraculous aspect, establish, correct the relationship with God. Maintain millions of Muslims throughout century have been reciting these every day. Of course, they want to follow him in all aspects, name, dress, beard, living style, and etc. And don't forget that he was not just a spiritual guide, he was a leader in all aspects of life. Behavior. Actually, we learn a lot in Taiwan about behavior, and we are grateful for that. By nature, he was gentle, kind-hearted, always inclined to be gracious and to overlook the fault of others. Politeness and courtesy, compassion and tenderness, simplicity and humility, sympathy, sincerity were some of the keynotes of his character. That's perfection. About himself, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, Allah has sent me as an apostol so that I may demonstrate perfection of character. Refinement of manners and loveliness of deportment. He was not annoyed if anyone interrupted him, even during the sermons for anything. He's a desert man and his grandson. Behavior also, and the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, he is a bad person in the sight of Allah. Who is someone considered bad in the sight of Allah? Who does not behave courteously. That's not a good person if you have this kind of negative character. People shun his company because of his bad manner. A message of mercy. He was sent to you except as a mercy for the world. That is the verses in the Quran. Extremely kind and merciful for believers. Even for his enemy, after Mecca victory. Even for his enemy, he was merciful. What about animals? There is a heavenly reward for every act of kindness done to a living animal. So he's not only to human being. If he saw any animals overloaded, which a lot of people do that, he would pull up the owner and say, fear God, fear Allah in your treatment of animals. That's how we treat. Fear Allah. It's too much. The poor, he said he is not a perfect Muslim who eat his fill and let his neighbor go hungry. That is enough. That is enough. How do people now behave when you have everything? Not a perfect Muslim who eat his fill and let his neighbor go hungry. To his wife he said, "O Aisha, love the poor, let them come to you, and Allah will draw you near to Himself." That's for him. He achieved a huge revolution without almost any bloodshed, which is a lot of people right now. He said Islam is dope about a lot of stuff which is negative, which is not true. He achieved a lot of things without almost any bloodshed. Only a few hundreds were killed, initiated by wars from others, not by Muslims or Muhammad ﷺ. Just compare it to any other revolution of the world, what we see right now. Here's a timeline about life of Muhammad. 570 CE, Muhammad was born in Mecca. 23 years later, 576, mother died and brought up by his grandfather. He married to Khadija then. 610, Muhammad revelation begins. 22, from Mecca to Medina, and Mecca for peaceful. And the last one, the Prophet died 632. That's his last speech. Muhammad gathered all the Muslims for one last speech, telling them he leaves behind the Quran and the Sunnah. And that is what he said on his last day. O people, just as you regard this month, this day, this city as a sacred, so regard the life and poverty of every Muslim as a sacred trust. Return the goods entrusted to you to their rightful owner. Hurt no one, so that no one may hurt you. Remember that you will indeed meet your Lord, and that He will indeed reckon your deeds. Allah has forbidden you to take usury interest. Therefore, all interest obligation shall henceforth be waived. Beware of Satan, Shaitan, for your safety of your religion. He has lost all hope that he will ever be able to lead you astray in big things. So beware of the following him in small things. Extract from Muhammad's last speech, and this is the translation of question. O people, just as you regard this month, this day, the city as sacred, so regard the life of and poverty of every Muslim as a sacred. Return the goods entrusted to you to their rightful people. Hurt no one, so that no one may hurt you. And this is his message. Here's the map talk about the Muslim population. This is 1998 Islamic website. Okay. Muslims population. This is a brief story of Muhammad. That was a brief touch about the life of the most noble human being who ever lived. Please, this is a lot, much deeper than what we just noticed here. So please study further, investigate further about legacy of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in all fields of life. He will come to know that he was indeed the most beautiful pattern to follow for our own successful and salvation. Thank you so much. Have some. Thank you.